Hi guys, how's it going? Mike here. So today I want to talk a little bit about these filter pads, hang 'em back filters. They come in all different shapes and sizes. This one here just happens to be for the AQUA 20 to 40 year, I think is what they are. I have different sizes. I make them for my Marineland Bio Wheel Emperor series ones as well. And yeah, this is really simple. Now, there's two ways that you could do this. One is with hot glue, which is, in my opinion, tank safe if you don't leave it in there for 4 or 5 months, because it does eventually start to break down after a couple months. You could do this with 100% pure silicone as well, but you would have to make all your filters a day before. Me, I've got a stack of these filters. I don't even really need to make any right now, but I'm going to make some just to show you guys how to do it. Because this is great if you have sick fish and you have to take your carbon out of your filters, and you're like, well, what am I going to do with my filter? So this is the easiest way to do it. We're just going to make our own. So what we're going to do is put these over here, and we're going to cut it out the same width, the same dimensions as this, and we'll start. So what I'm going to do is put the camera down. We're going to cut this out, and we'll be right back. Alright, so I do recommend having a good pair of scissors. These ones here are no longer good anymore, and it was really hard to cut that out, so good pair of scissors is probably required for this. So the next step now is a pretty simple one, but it is kind of a messy one, because we have to tear this apart. We have to take this off, and they are glued here really well. Alright, so we now have this emptied out. There's no more carbon in it. So the first thing we're going to do now is see, like, if you want to make these without carbon, you don't have to put any carbon in. But I want a little bit of carbon in mine. I'm not going to put too much in it. Just going to put just a little bit. So as you can see, I got about halfway filled up. That will do the job that is required. This step here is pretty easy. It's just laying a bead of glue along the bottom. And I have to kind of do this pretty quick here. So we've got the one side done. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do this with all of the remaining sides. But I'm going to start with the other edge first, just because I have to pull it here. Alright, so there's just this one last side that we have to do. And then we're just going to trim up the edges, because the edges are a little rough here. So the other thing that I should say about this is the other filters, they do have an overhang that goes over. So usually the leftover that you have is fine, but I can tell here that it's a lot more than what I actually wanted it. I'm just going to finish this and hold it down for a second just to make sure that it's all stuck. It's, like I said, it's really hard to do this with the camera. I really like my camera mount set up, so hopefully soon we'll get that done. I'm just going to finish this filter. So yeah, basically what I'm going to do is just cut off these ugly pieces here. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna leave it with a little bit on, just so it catches the stuff that goes around the edges. And yeah, this is pretty much it. Homemade filter pad in under a couple minutes. Just gonna take a peek here at one of the filters that I made. This one here, I put in here the other day, and it's already collecting. It's already started to do its job. This has only been in here for, I think it was like 2 days ago I changed this one. So as you can see, I'm running them here in my tanks, and they are keeping them clean. Don't really have any debris floating around my water. So I can't really complain about this because it's worked really well for me. So yeah, so I hope you guys found that this video was useful for you. Hope you enjoyed it. Other than that, you guys have yourself a great Monday.